Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. Can you hear me now?
Yes, sir.
All right, great. All right, I ain't gonna bother you long. So my name is Demetrius. I live right here in Central Texas, and my the hardest thing I'm having is it seems like I'm stuck with this this home delivery, but I'm trying to figure out like which avenue to approach because I got my own box truck. It's an older box truck, like 2007. But
Hmm.
I'm really trying to establish myself, and it just I'm at a standstill because I just don't have the mentor or the coaching.
What you mean? What? Why are you at a standstill? What's the problem that you having with it?
Well, cause right now, I work for I'm a subcontractor for another contractor, um, and we have to rent our trucks out weekly. Man, it's like almost
Slow
eight
down,
hundred.
slow down. You a subcontractor for another contractor that has the contract for what? For what
Yes, sir.
retailer? What do y'all deliver?
Uh, ro-
Lowe's,
we
rooms
deliver
to go,
rooms to go.
and who's the 3PL company down there that you run it through?
It's called Southeast Independent Delivery Services.
All right. Do you have your own authority?
No, I don't have my own authority. I just got my own DOT number. The authority is a problem because the insurance and stuff.
So you got a DOT number. You don't even own a truck, right?
Oh yes, I do. Yes, I do.
So you own a
It's my
truck.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
I got me an old box truck.
Okay. So you got a box truck. You have no MC number.
Not yet.
So you're subcontracting through somebody else, right? So what do you mean you're
Correct.
renting it? What do you mean you're renting a truck if you got your own truck?
This truck right here is just it's I've been working on it like little by little, but but with the money I'm making, you can only put so much towards the truck, as you're going by paying bills
So
as well.
so what do you mean? So that truck is you're not running that truck to do the deliveries?
No, I'm not running my own personal truck, not yet, sir. I will be.
So is that truck insured?
The truck that I own.
Your truck, is it insured? The truck that you own, is it insured?
Not yet. It will be insured once I get a couple things
Hold on,
straight.
hold on. When did you buy the truck?
Oh, about a good year ago, about a year ago.
Why did you buy the truck?
Man, just trying to. I was trying to buy. I got like I said, I was tired of paying my rental. Been tired of paying my rental fee. I've been paying $800 a week for through Penske for the past 3 years. And I got tired of it. So I said,
Okay,
so I went out.
all right,
Every dollar I had, I just put towards. I just bought me
all
a.
right.
I put
So
towards to buy me a truck.
but you still renting the truck.
Yes, sir.
So you bought a truck because you was tired of renting the truck, but you still renting the truck, and the truck that you bought to stop renting the truck is parked so that you can still rent the truck because you didn't want to rent it. I'm
No, I'm just saying like okay, well, like just let me explain it. So I bought the truck, but when I bought the truck, I didn't know how many issues and problems it have. I didn't have a mechanic with me. You know what I'm saying? I ordered it off of Facebook Marketplace, came through a bad, came in a bad situation, and but while I'm doing
so
that, y-
so you bought the truck blind.
yes, sir.
Okay, that's what the problem is. You bought it blind. You didn't take a mechanic to to diagnose the truck. The
Yes, sir.
year of it that don't. All right. So what'd you pay for the truck?
Like 20,000.
And what is this? This was 22. You did this
This
2022
was yes, sir.
during the hype during the hype period.
Correct.
Because if you paid 20,000, it had to be 22. All right. So what's wrong with the truck, big dog?
Oh man, I just it had a lot of rust issues. I had some seal leaks, things like that, whatever. But I got them all fixed. I
That's
got them all.
nothing. That's nothing. So what's the issue? What's the issue? Rust ain't shit. I'm from Chicago. I still own box trucks that's rusted. That ain't shit. You get that. Seal leaks
What
ain't nothing. What else? What's the
Yeah.
issue? Why this shit ain't running, bro? You can't tell me this shit is running because they got some rust.
Well, that they wouldn't, because because you can pass the regular old inspection from the mechanic shop, whatever. You can pass that, but they also have another inspection with the safety people, with the company I'm with now, and they keep going up, under my truck, and they looking like, oh man, this, you can't run this, whatever, because of the oil and everything. I'm like, man,
What
I'm like, all trucks leak, but this is
what's
where I'm
wrong
at
with
with
it,
it.
bro? What's wrong with it? What's the technical terms that they given that's wrong with the truck? What's wrong with it?
Oh, they were just talking about they was talking about the oil. They was talking about my oil leaks and having being parked in front of people's driveways with making having leaks on their driveway and things like that.
Having no. Having leaks on the driveway. All right.
I'm just telling you what they was telling me. That's the reason why
Listen,
why I haven't
listen
been
what I'm
able to get
saying.
my car.
Listen what I'm saying, bro. What's the technical term? You got a hole in the engine? Where is it? A hole
Oh
somewhere? Is it a
no,
hole in the?
I had a rear main seal leak, and
Okay.
I had a front main seal leak.
All right. Now, did you take it to the shop so they can get
Yes, sir.
that corrected? Did you get it corrected?
Yes, sir.
And you still having those issues?
And no, I'm not having the oil leak issues no more. I fixed those, but now when I came to them ready for the inspection, they were saying they were saying now you gotta tighten up these U-boats, and I was like, all right. So now I had to go buy some more U-boats, and I'm like, man, like I'm only getting paid little by little. You know what I'm saying? Trying to get this
What
thing
I'm
done.
telling you, oil leaks, rust, tighten up shit. That ain't nothing. Somebody in the chat said, "Oh, it's serious." I didn't say it was serious or not serious. I'm talking about it's nothing to get repaired for it to still be sitting.
What
Don't get it
it would be
misconstrued.
it would be getting it.
Hold on. Serious. I'm
Okay.
expecting him to say he got some transmission issues. He got some engine issues. So when I say not serious, I'm talking about that stuff that's not serious. That shit that's stuff that you should be able to just go fix if you're working, and or if you go purchase this equipment, understanding what you investing in. That to me, that's nothing. That's some shit you put in the shop. It ain't serious. When I say ain't serious, it ain't a serious thing to get fixed. Rust, leaks, U-boats, that's nothing. All right. So let me ask you this. And don't get offensive. People in the chat getting offensive and all soft and stuff. Stop getting soft, because let me explain something to you. This is what you get when you go in and you don't do what you're supposed to do. You have to, and the reason I'm telling you this is why you have to have cash flow. This is why you got to have cash flow. So don't get mad, don't get upset, do what you want. Big Mark don't care. Big Mark don't care. It's what you came here for anyway, the accountability, because this is what you get off on. All right, back to you, sir. Chuck been parked. See somebody in the chat, they get in their feelings and they get soft like I care, but I don't care. All right, boom. You bought the truck. You didn't take a mechanic. You got a few leaks. You got a little rust. Truck is parked. That's the mistake that you made. You understand the mistake that you made.
Correct.
All right, so now you're running for this contractor. You're renting the truck for $800 a week still.
Yes, sir.
All right. You pay $20,000 for your truck up front. That's paid, right?
Yes, sir.
No insurance on your truck.
No.
All right. How much is the contractor paying you?
Oh man, it's it varies between like 15 and three a week, but you have to have helpers, and like I said, and you got to pay the rentals and all that stuff. So not really too
Hold on.
much.
So what's the contract between you and the contractor?
What's the contract between me and the contract?
Why does it vary? What's the contract? What's the terms of the contract?
Oh, it just depends on like survey scores,
Bro, no.
damages at home.
What's the terms of the contract? That hold on, listen. All the survey and all that shit, that's the damages and the claims, that's after. What are the upfront terms of the contract between you and the contractor? Between the subcontractor, which is you, and the person who holds the contractor with Southeast or whatever the company is called.
Yeah, that would be some information that I don't know yet, sir.
Wait, hold on. Are you running the contract actively?
Yeah, I'm
All right, so
subcontractor. Yeah,
stop.
I'm doing it every day.
So all you saw people in the chat, this is why I say stop jumping the gun. Let me cook. How long you been running this contract?
About 3 years now.
So you've been running as a subcontractor for this contractor for 3 years.
Yes, sir.
Do you have a contract with him?
With Southeast Independent with the company I'm driving for.
With the contractor, the person who has the contract with South End or Southeast or whatever they call it, do you have a
Right.
contract with the contractor?
Yes.
What's the terms of the contract? I just asked you that.
Right. Now I'm trying to figure out what are you specifically talking about? What are the terms? It was like you asking how much they gonna how much
What
they was
are
giving me.
what's the payment terms?
Oh, the payment terms. You basically get paid per load.
Okay? Is it a per stop? Is it a
Yeah, per
fixed
stop.
fixed? Okay, well, what's the terms?
I mean, it varies. I mean, people get different kind of furniture every day. I don't know what you're talking about. I really don't. I'm not trying to act like
Okay,
I'm not. I'm
all
not.
right. So
I'm not crazy. I'm just trying to figure out.
no, it's not. But this is why you need help, because the mistakes that you
That's the
made
reason
at
why
the
I'm calling
beginning,
you.
which is why the truck is parked, and what you think is a big deal to me is not a big deal for a business person. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
I'm asking you what you're getting paid. Because why? One, I want to know why you've been running for 3 years that you still can't get this truck fixed for some leaks and some rust and the small shit. You see what I'm saying? Okay, so what are you getting paid per stop?
Oh, it varies. Not everybody's getting the same furniture.
Varies on what? There's
It
still
varies on the type of
terms.
furniture they're getting.
Okay, so when you go into the 3PL on a day-to-day basis, do you know per stop what you're going to get when you get to that stop? If you get to a stop and it's just a living room set, do you know what you're getting paid for that living room set? Or you don't know until the end of
Like
the week?
no, I'll know. I'll know when I can see my manifest, and it'll tell me how much I'm getting paid, like a percentage. That depends on your survey scores. You can between 3% and 4% of the survey.
All right, so what are you averaging a week?
Between 15. I mean between 15 and 25.
And how many days are you running?
5 days a week.
How many hours are you out a day?
Between 6 and 8.
All right, so you're averaging between 1,500 and 25, right? You said, right?
Mm-hmm. Right.
All right, you're paying how much for the rental a week?
750. Between
Bro,
750 and 800.
Stop, bro. You wasting your time.
I would definitely like another album. I mean like a different way to do it. I just don't. Like I said, I don't have.
Here's the thing. Ain't no other. Here's the thing. If you make 1,500, 50%, you spending in a rental. You're subcontracting through a contractor, right?
Yes, sir.
The money that you need to be able to sustain is what he's getting. You need to be him. This type of work,
Right.
you can't really go through like that shit getting stepped on
3 and 4 times.
2 times before it's even getting to you.
Right.
And you're the one that's fronting the cost for it. Even if you were operating your own truck, it wouldn't be worth it. So not just the fact that you're renting the truck, even if you were operating your own truck, 5 days a week, final mile delivery, $1,500 ain't worth it. But if you had the direct contract, then it would be. Because that contract is probably paying somewhere between. Let me ask you this, because you still haven't answered my question, and I've just been pretty much, I don't want to say baiting you, but I'm trying to see how much knowledge you got. So when I ask you what's the term of the contract between you and the contractor, there has to be some set term. The term is what percentage is he taking from the. I understand. I've done this for years. I understand it fluctuates based on the
Right.
scope of each delivery, but there has to be
Right.
some type of contractual agreement between you and him. So whatever that whole number is at the end of the week, how much is that individual taking out of it? To me, when I say, yo, what's the terms of the contract, that's cut and dry. So how much percentage is he taking from whatever that whole number is at the end of the week?
Yeah, I wouldn't be able to answer that question.
That's the problem. Stop doing that shit, bro. You're
I mean,
uh,
I would definitely,
uh,
like if the business, like if this business was productive, I don't think that me and you be having this conversation. But
no.
since it's not, I'm trying to find a better way of going
The
about this because,
here's
yeah,
the thing. Here's the thing. You're contracted and you don't even know the percentage. You don't know the cut. Nothing is substantiated with you. It's nothing cut and dry.
no, it's not.
Listen, I'm a contractor. Listen, I'm on subcontractor you. I'm going to give you 80% of the revenue. I'm going to give you 75% of the revenue. I'm going to give you 85% of the revenue. I'm going to take 15 for, having the contract, having the account. That's the type of rapport or the type of contract that you should have with the contractor. It'd be different if it was you in the 3PL. You go into the 3PL, they're not gonna. Some 3PLs will tell you what they taking and what you getting, but a lot of them won't. But either way, more times than not, when you're going into the 3PL, they're providing you enough revenue to be able to sustain. They understand and they know what it takes for an owner operator to sustain. When you're dealing with you're a subcontractor dealing with a contractor, you need to know how, like, what type of deal do y'all got? Because the gross is going to fluctuate from week to week, but what cut is he taking? Because if you're only getting $1,500 and that account is generating $4,000 to $5,000 a week,
Yeah,
you
screen is
you you
I got
you
you.
you know why you're having a hard time? Because you're not making any money. You're not doing anything right. So when you tell me, oh, I'm actually what's wrong with the truck, and you tell me these things, I'm like, bro, get it fixed. What's the problem? You don't final mile delivery. Well, what's the problem? Now I see why. You got people in the chat. Ooh, it's soft ass shit. Let me cook. Because if a person is doing final mile delivery, some rust and some leaks, bro, that's nothing. It may
Right.
be something to somebody else, but to a person who's running a business correctly that has cash flow, man, take that shit in the shop and get that shit fixed. Now you come
Right.
tell me, man, the engine need an overhaul. I need a new transmission. Then I'm like, all right, well,
I understand what you're saying, but I like I said, I'm just trying to find a better way out.
bro, get out. The way
Yeah,
out
but
is
if
to
I
get
mean,
out.
I got bills to pay. I can't just leave.
Bro, let me. What you mean? You losing?
Yeah, I'm
Listen,
definitely losing, but I mean,
listen, listen,
I mean,
listen. What you said?
I'm
Listen,
putting
listen.
food on
What
the
you,
table.
bro. Listen. I'm the contractor. I'm getting 5,000 a week. I'm giving you 1,500. I'm just connecting the dots. I got the DOT, the MC, and the relationship. I know
Right.
I'm getting over on you. I
Right.
know you're renting a truck. I know you're paying $800 a week. I'm giving you 1,500, knowing that you rent the truck for 800, knowing that you're
Right.
fueling the truck, knowing that you got to pay a helper to do this shit. So what is left over for you, big dog?
Barely anything.
So how you paying the bills?
Well, I mean, it's like I mean, I got a good wife. You know what I'm saying? I mean, we make it work.
So the wife is taking care of the household and you operating a loss week to week. See, that's why the people in the chat, listen, let me cook.
Okay.
Because the
Go
truth
ahead.
they don't never come out at the beginning. Y'all gotta let me set it up. Man,
I
hey,
mean,
big dog.
I mean, like, I mean, I've been,
Bro, listen to
I've been,
me. Get up out that jam.
I would definitely get out the jam. I mean, listen, I'm
Get
asking
out
for
that
a way
jam, big
out.
dog.
I'm
Quit.
asking for. I mean, not a way out, but I'm not a way out.
Quit.
But I'm asking for advice.
Bro,
On which route
all
to
right. So
take.
look, this what you gotta do. This is what you gotta do. You
He said,
ready?
"Well, what?
I
Yeah, I'm
gotta hit the
listening."
button. Oh, I gotta hit this button twice for you.
You tweaking.
Oh, man.
I got it. That's for the first, for you going and just buying a truck during the hype blind and not
Right.
taking the mechanic and all this other shit that you should have did. And then I gotta hit it for you again
You tweaking.
because you know you get one, you don't even have a contract. There is nothing substantiated between you and the contractor. You just running and don't know what you're making, don't know what your cut is. There's no percentages, nothing. You don't know nothing. You just at the end of the week, you're gonna get a settlement and whatever it is, you just going G for it. You just So you got matter of fact, you gotta get a button for
You
that.
tweaking.
Now, you want to know what my advice to you be? And I'm being honest, you're not making no money, and you've been not making no money for 3 years. So my advice is to stop not making no money and go do something that's going to make money, so that you can put the money into your equipment, so that you can do whatever you need to do to get it up and operational, so that you can do whatever you need to do so you can put some insurance on it, so that you can get out here and go do what you need to do for yourself.
All right.
You're not making money, sir. Like, if that person has been treating you for 3 years, they're gonna continue to treat you. It's another button I got for that, but I'm gonna be cool on you. I mean, I hit it if you
no,
want
you
me
give
to.
it to me, man. I'll take it all. Let him take it all.
I'm gonna tell you what they think about you, big dog. I move some buttons around over here. Give me a second. Hold on. I move some buttons around. Where's my button? Oh, here it is.
Yo, goof ass. Goofy as hell.
Bro, how much you think the contractor getting week to week on that final mile contract?
Again, I think they're getting a good pretty penny for them to have everybody they got.
How many people they got? How many subcontractors they got?
Well, I'm number 7 out of 40 just right here in Central Texas.
Wait,
And
from the contractor or for the southeast?
For Southeast.
Okay, the person who you're running under, how many?
That's me. I'm running under Southeast Independent Delivery Services.
And then southeast, what's the 3PL that they're running under?
Southeast see Rooms to Go only contracts with.
Wait, hold on. You said you were running for a contractor, bro.
Yeah, I'm subcontracting for a contractor, and which the contractor is Southeast Independent Delivery Services.
You're subcontracting for a contractor. Who's the contractor?
Right. I'm saying, listen to me. I know you're trying to get your point across. I know you're trying to get and you probably deal with people that's a lot more knowledgeable in this business than I am. But I work for Southeast Independent Delivery Services. I'm a subcontractor for Southeast Delivery Services, and they have a contract with Rooms to Go.
All right,
So however that 3PL works, I guess I'm the third.
So you're saying it wrong. You're not a subcontractor. You're the contractor.
Okay.
See, when you came on and said you were a subcontractor of a contractor for Southeast is the 3PL, right? That's the warehouse that you go through, right? Every day. That's where you go pick the freight up at, right? Southeast or South End, right? Right?
No. They pick it up from the Rooms to Go warehouse. They don't pick it up. They have a contract with Rooms to Go. That's the only people that does contracts with Rooms to Go is Southeast, and they send the contracts out, and I looked for the job, found it on Indeed, and this is where I'm at.
Do you pick the freight up from Southeast's terminal, their cross dock terminal, or hold on, let me finish, or wherever you pick the freight up? Is it a Rooms to Go place? Is it a Rooms to Go facility?
Yes.
Okay. Are you sure? You sure it's not a cross dock Southeast? Let me ask you this: the Southeast have other contracts?
No, I haven't heard them have another
Hold on,
contract.
cause you confusing me, bro. You said you're a subcontractor.
What if
What's the
because
name?
like when
What?
I'm in the midst of explaining it to you whatever, and you want
Cause
to get
that.
your point across? I'm
No,
trying
it
to
ain't a
get.
point.
I
It
mean,
ain't a point. What's the name of the company, big dog? South what?
Southeast Independent Delivery Services.
So hold on, let me see something. This is them.
Yes, sir.
So this is a 3PL.
Okay.
So you are the contractor,
Okay.
not a subcontractor. They have
All
a
right.
they have the account. They're the 3PL. You're the contractor. All right. So which makes it even better now. You have a contract with them, right? Do you have a rate sheet?
Yeah.
Okay, your
And the
rate
rate sheet
sheet.
is like basically a manifest. That's all we have.
Okay, so when you went and you got the meeting, you sat down and you signed this contract, and you asked I'm hoping you asked about pay, right? You asked about pay or you didn't ask about pay when you.
Yeah, I asked about pay.
And what did they tell you? When you first met with these people and you wait a minute, hold on. They don't require you. Are you crossing state lines at any time?
No, I stay right. I stay right by. I come home every day. I'm off about like 3 or 4 o'clock in the afternoon.
All right. So are you using your own authority or are you using their authority?
Theirs.
Using their authority. Are you renting the truck through them or are you renting the truck through Penske or something?
Penske.
Okay. So you're using their authority. All right. Is there a fee associated with that?
You gotta. I guess. They got, only fee they have is like the bond and administration fees.
Okay. Insurance. How much are you paying for insurance to house this
About
contract?
200 a week.
And you're paying through that. Are you paying that through Open Force?
You mean the insurance company?
Who do they use? If you're paying it. Are you paying? Is that 200 a week? Is it coming out of your settlement?
Yeah, it's coming out of my initial settlement.
All right. So who are they using? Are you using Open Force? Who are they using?
The name of the
SDI.
it's called American. It's called something American something. I don't know what it's called. When I get my paycheck, that paycheck be so short.
Bro, listen to me, bro. You're not listening, bro. Now it makes sense. How much are you paying your helper, bro?
Between 5 and 700 a week.
So if you're paying 800 for the rental and you paying him another 5 700, and I asked
Your
you, you
math is
said
good.
your check, you said your checks be short. First thing I said, you operating at a loss. You already
Oh
operating at a
yeah.
loss because we ain't talked about fuel, we ain't talked about insurance, we ain't talked about nothing. So my question is,
Yeah.
why are you doing this, bro? What point are you
Well,
trying to
because
prove?
because like when I first got into it, you know what I'm saying, I was driving I was using a semi, I was renting a semi, and it seemed like with the semi it was getting more volume. But in the neighborhoods, I was going through too many damages, hitting the trees, the tree. Sometimes trees be too low, whatever. And you take it into a Penske, or you take it into the Penske for the inspection. They hitting you with these scratches, and they say, "Oh man!" So that's right there. That's costing right there. So I was like, "Let me go ahead and get a box truck, because at least I'm able to easily maneuver a little bit, whatever." So I
Wait a
maneuver
minute,
a
hold
little
on,
bit,
hold
but
on. You got a CDL?
yes, sir.
You got a Class A CDL?
Yeah, I've been having since 2015.
Hold on, I'm just letting it marinate for a second.
See, like you know, every like situations be different. You know what I'm saying? Me being over the road and being gone. You know what I'm saying? That's taking too much. That's taking too much amount from me, from my family. I mean, I got some teenagers. You know, I gotta make sure I'm around. You know what I'm saying?
What?
I can't just dip on them like that. And I was making money over the road, but yeah, I mean, the money ain't worth my peace. But you know, but right now with the pay and everything, it was cool. A few years, it was like when I first got in, the money was good. I mean, I was coming in with $4,500 a week sometimes, you know. But now, you know what I'm saying? It's just it's short. You know what I'm saying? It's just short. Now I know you probably I know, as I said, I know you deal with thousands of people, whatever. But you know, everybody's situation is just different. But I'm
Bro,
definitely willing to work. But I just, man, ain't making no bread
you losing money every week, bro.
every week.
So you want me to be? You just basically want me to tell you what you probably already know. You just want to be held accountable because
No,
there's nothing I could.
I
There's
don't
not.
want to quit. I I'm trying to maneuver out of here. You know what I'm saying, to be able to do my own thing. But it's like I said, if you're not making no money with every dollar that you get, you know what I'm saying, you putting towards this truck, putting towards trying to get this thing going, and it's hard.
No, it's not.
Okay.
Why? Like, that's what I'm saying. What's the point you trying to prove? That's why I tell people like, just let me talk. The more people talk, the more stuff comes out.
Yes, sir.
You got a CDL. Where
Yes,
you
sir.
at? You in Texas, Houston? You
Central
said
Texas, Killeen, Texas,
who?
Killeen, Texas, like in between Austin and Waco.
You gonna continue to operate a loss, which you're probably robbing from your household. Your wife is probably at this point, she's floating this experiment that you're doing.
Nah,
So
nah.
so whatever money you got saved up, you're exhausting it because you're operating at a loss. So the money to keep this going has to be being pulled from somewhere.
Yeah, it's the money to keep this thing going is you know, like it's exhausted by the end of the month. You know what I'm saying? It's like the money going towards bills, money going towards the truck, money going towards bills, money going. So that's all you have to do. And you really don't have
So
money to
so
save
so
up.
so so where's the money coming from, big dog? It's coming from somewhere. You're
It's
operating
coming
at a
from this.
loss. So to keep this thing going, there's money coming from somewhere else to continue to fund this weekly loss.
No, because like I said, sometimes the pay is a little more. So you're able to, long as like
All right,
me, I save up everything. I don't
all
really
right,
spend out on nothing.
all right, all right. So here's the thing, big dog. You paying for the authority. You're paying $200 a week for them for insurance. You're paying $800 for a rental truck. You're paying $700 a week for an employee. You can't tell me what they're paying you on average, right? Because they're paying you based off the scope of delivery. You can't tell me what an average scope looks like. Anything that's associated with pay, you don't know. You can't tell me. You can't give me an average. You can't tell me what an average week looks like because you said it varies. You can't tell
Yeah,
me anything.
definitely.
You can
All
tell
right.
me that you losing, but you can't tell me, Mark, on average. Well, you said you making 1,500 to 2,500 a week. And if that's what you're taking in for final mile, then that's bad. Even if you are operating your own truck, that's bad, sir. So what I'm telling you is this. This is what I'm telling you. Imagine that rental truck was your truck. Even with your truck, 1,500 5 days a week, 2,500 5 days a week, final mile is bad. So if you were operating your own truck or if you're operating that truck, I'm going to give you the same advice. Quit. Stop doing that shit. Whatever the rate is, something's not clicking. You're not telling me something. There's some holes here. I've been doing this too long. That don't even make sense. 2,500 for final mile on a 5-day contract. That don't even make sense. You got cargo vans doing parcels that's doing that, bro. Like, come on.
I get you.
That doesn't make sense. So there's
I get
something else there's something I feel like you're not telling me. You see what I'm saying? Because then you're doing final mount, which makes it even worse now, because now if you would be getting paid what you're supposed to be getting paid, your truck should have been fixed 3 years ago. You're talking about
Man,
some leaks and stuff, bro. Like, come on, 3 years, no insurance on your truck. It's just sitting out there. You got a truck sitting out there that's drivable, no insurance. You're operating at a loss for these people. You're making them, sustain. Your truck's sitting because you can't even bring enough revenue to pay yourself, let alone get your truck up and going.
I
So
dig it.
my advice to you is stop doing that shit, right? Get in that, work that CDL, go find you something local. If you can't find you nothing local, I would have to do what I got to do. But bro, like for me to sit up here, there's no formula I can give you. They're paying you what they're paying you. You
Yeah,
don't have hold
I'm
on.
not.
You don't have your own authority. You can't tell me they're charging you to run under their authority. They're charging you for that. But you don't know what they're charging you. So I can't really, like, without the information. So they're charging for their authority. You're paying for insurance through a company like Open Force. That's coming out your settlement. The authority is coming out your settlement. You're renting the truck. What are you paying for the miles?
Penske charges 17 cents a mile at we don't even do 200 miles a day. We probably do like 150 to 200 miles a day. That we don't even do
Okay.
that many
So
miles a day.
you're paying 17 cents a mile. You're paying $800 a week. After taxes and mileage, what does that come up to? About $1,000 a week, or is that the 800 that you talked about?
That's about 800.
All right, boom. You're paying your worker $700. What other fees are you accounting for that I might have missed? I covered fuel, insurance, the rental. What other fees? You're not paying yourself, so we could.
I hear you, man. I hear I hear what you're saying. Like I was telling you, I don't really have an answer for you that would give you a magical number what I'll be making, because the numbers vary. You know, on a
I,
busy
I,
week,
I
you know, when that paycheck comes, and I see a good number. Sometimes it'd be like
okay.
3,500, and like I said, I save everything, so that all that stuff gets put up.
All right. So here's the thing: if you were delivering a living room set, a table, 6 chairs, what would that pay with assembly?
With assembly, probably about 85, 87,
Uh,
depends on what kind of what kind of set it is, like
a
glass set, wooden set, things
a,
like that.
ta- a table, 6 chairs, just threshold, room of choice. What would it pay?
That pays between that pays like for just a threshold, it'd be like about $50, $40.
All right. How many stops you getting on average a day?
I'm doing about 15. We're doing about 10 and 15 stops a day.
10 to 15 stops a day.
Hmm.
And you got weeks that you making, well, you say you averaging 15 to 2,500.
Right. Some weeks you're not doing 15 stops. Some weeks you're only doing like 5 and 6 stops a day. It just
What's the
some weeks
lowest
are slower than others.
what's the lowest rate they giving you per stop? What's the lowest rate you seeing? And what would that delivery look like?
Well, yeah, I don't want to sit there and shoot off no lying numbers to you, because I'm definitely not trying to lie to you. I'm
Because
trying to get the information I need as
I'm
far
trying
as
to
the numbers.
figure out if you're doing $1,500 5 days a week doing final mile delivery, those rates aren't, like, something's not adding up. Either the stops ain't there, or the stops ain't paying, or you're on a route that's not getting full service white glove stops so that you can maximize your earning potential. but you're not really giving me the information that I need. But I think I've heard enough. If you've been doing
Thank
this 3 years and this is what you're averaging, and the way your setup is, like you're losing money more than you're making money. You have a
right.
CDL, bro. Why are you continuing to do this when you could just go work for a company, utilize your CDL, make money profitably, not incur any costs to run that CDL, to run that truck for that company, take a piece of your money, invest that into your truck, get your truck up and operational, and then go apply somewhere else. Don't go back here. Don't go back to this place. This place is ripping you off. Don't go here no more. You know, because then I would love to have another conversation with you. If you got a CDL, you've had a CDL since 2015. Why did you go buy a box truck?
Well, it's just because of the neighborhoods we deliver in, the trees and stuff are so low. You just can't. I mean, just the payments on like fixing the things on the box truck when you're renting it. I mean, they charge you everything. Like yeah, they charge you for everything. Penske or Ryder or even the Penske Rider and it's a couple other companies or whatever that we had to rent through, but yeah, they charge you for everything. So I mean,
I'm asking
it
you
was
what you was
cheaper for
doing
me.
when you had the CDL. What was you doing? You was renting You was renting a tractor.
No, I was just over the road driving for like U.S. Express and
Okay,
places like that.
so my question is, if you had a CDL since 2015, why did you buy a box truck? What made you want to get into this whole box truck thing? I know the
Oh,
hype
just because
led you here.
no, I got in the box truck is just easier to move through the neighborhoods that I live by. It's just I mean the streets are tight.
When I'm asking you, why did you want to come out of the CDL into a box truck?
That's the reason why I got in a box truck because I'm delivering furniture and things like that, and it's easier to get inside these housing complex with your box truck compared to
No, no.
a semi truck.
But you said with the semi truck, you was over the road.
Yeah, you talking about? Well, when I first started here, I was in a
What?
semi truck.
Listen to me. Listen to me. What made you want to leave a job utilizing your CDL and go to from working driving a tractor to owning a box truck and getting into the box truck business? What led you here?
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to tell you. When the the company I work for now,
No. You're
we
not you're not
I
you're not
yeah,
comprehending, bro.
that's I'm not.
You were driving a CD, you were driving a truck,
Hmm.
right? A tractor with a trailer.
Right.
You wanted to stop doing that for whatever reason, right? You just didn't want to drive a tractor anymore, right? Right? Or hold on, or listen to me, follow me now. Or you were inspired to start your own business. So I'm asking you, what would make you want to transition from utilizing your CDL, being a company driver, to being an entrepreneur in the box truck business?
What changed? What made me want to do that? Well, watching I started watching people like y'all. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a few of y'all that's on here. I just started watching people like y'all on YouTube, and it inspired me. Like man, you gotta want more. You know what I'm saying? You gotta want more, and so I put my foot out there, and I just tried harder. That's why I got up out of
I,
my semi truck. I mean, I could definitely go back to a semi truck. That wouldn't be a problem doing that.
I,
But with this
I,
company right here, it's just easier with a box
I
truck.
no, okay. All right. I'm not gonna give up on you. I'm not giving up on you, but I need you to listen. I want you to comprehend what I'm saying. People start businesses for reasons. Some reasons may be good, some reasons may be not so good. You said you saw people on YouTube, you wanted more. I'm trying to understand where is the more? Like what led you to come up out of a semi truck where you're making money consistently to want to be a box truck owner operator? You keep saying, "Oh well, I can get through the neighborhoods easier." I understand that from the perspective of a tractor trailer and a box truck, but that's not the question. The question is, why did you want to start a business, and why a box truck business if you are already a CDL driver?
Well, when I first got this gig, like I mean, go okay. I think I get what you're saying. So so I'm a we the military moves us around everywhere. You know what I'm saying? And I'm a military spouse, I was driving I was driving semi trucks. You know, I was driving semi trucks, and I was working for different companies. But
Okay.
being gone all the time was not my cup of tea. You know, and
Okay.
so I decided to come home. So by coming home, I found a local job where I was where it had me coming home at a decent time every day. And
Okay.
in that job, I started off with the semi trucks, and then I moved to box trucks. And I seen you guys. I seen guys like y'all. It's a bunch of y'all on YouTube, and that inspired me. Be like, okay, well, you don't want to be just a regular old driver. You know what I'm saying? You want to own some stuff. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I'm at with it now.
Okay. So you don't want to be a regular old driver, which you thought that's what you were when you were driving a semi truck. That's what
Oh
you
yeah,
thought you
definitely,
was. All right, let me ask you this, big dog.
definitely,
Let me ask you this.
definitely. You know,
We
them
kick
companies don't pay a lot.
we kicking it. I ain't gonna hit the button on you no more. I ain't gonna hit the button because
I ain't tripping.
you
You can go ahead and hit the button, man. I
no
done
no
heard it
no
all.
no no no. I ain't gonna hit the button on you. You different case. You special case. What was you making? Because I want you to understand, because you didn't do nothing you were supposed to do. So we got to go back down. We got to start from the beginning so that I can get you to understand. Because right now you don't understand. Because I told you you're not making no money. You ain't making no money. But what you told me is costing you. You're losing money every week. So now I'm trying to figure out, why don't you understand that? But now I understand. So we got to go back down. See, me, I don't give up on nobody. What was you making when you was driving a tractor? When you was working for the company, driving a tractor trailer, what was you bringing home every week?
Um, it's like 35, 4,000. I mean,
Stop.
it changes up.
Stop. So when you were a company driver, you was bringing home $3,500, $4,000 a week on average, right?
Yeah, I wouldn't say on average, but it was some numbers I was hitting though.
Well, what's the average? Don't tell me your highlights. What would you bring home average?
Yeah, it'd be like between 2,000, like 2,000 and up. It
Okay.
wouldn't be nothing less than 2,000 for sure.
And this is weekly or bi-weekly?
Weekly.
All right. So it's safe to say you were making more money there than you're making here, right? Is that a safe assessment?
With the same company, yeah.
No. It has nothing to do with the company. When you were a CDL driver, you were making more money as a CDL driver for a company than you're making as an owner operator for a Southeast Independent Delivery Service. Is this a safe
Yeah, but
assessment?
you got to take in the heat of how much I was paying how much I was paying for these fixes that these rental companies was charging from hitting these lower trees. Like it's like it was costing an arm and a leg.
Wait.
Sometimes you wouldn't get a no paycheck.
What was you hitting? You was hitting them with the semi truck,
Yeah, like when you go through these neighborhoods, these trees are low. Oak trees and things like that, they're low.
but you said
So sometimes like
you was hitting them with a rental truck.
right.
So the company that you was driving a semi truck for was renting trucks, or these were their company trucks?
No, I was renting a truck through Penske. I was renting the semi trucks through Penske. And like I said, when you take them in to get an inspection, they see the marks on the trucks and they charge you for those marks on the trucks. Not saying that I'm a bad driver because I have no tickets or nothing like that. But it's just going through those neighborhoods. The trees are low and they're damaging, and it costs more. It costs more to fix on them semi trucks at Penske than these box trucks, because these box trucks, they're looking at it. They don't even care about a rub on the side of it or anything like that. But you come in that semi truck on everything, man. Listen, they want to hit you for everything, and
So
especially if you had that little fin at the top of it, then that's really ugly.
my question to you: so you were owner operator then? You were renting a tractor, right?
Correct.
So you weren't a company driver then, right?
Nah, I haven't been a company driver in a long. I haven't been a company driver for a while,
All right. So
at least about
so
5 years.
so when you were renting this tractor, you were doing local deliveries. I'm just trying to
Yes, sir.
because the way you explain things is confused. I'm just keeping it a buck. I ain't trying to. You
Well,
kind of
that's because I'm trying
explain
to
things.
explain to you, and you interrupt in the
Nah,
middle of
nah,
explaining. I'm
nah,
trying to get it
nah,
out,
nah,
right?
nah, nah, nah. My interrupting ain't. I comprehend really, really well, and I'm not saying that because I'm not. I comprehend well. The reason why I stop you is because you got the tendency to run on, and things ain't kind of. You know what I'm saying? It's like you meshing a bunch of stuff together. You know what I'm saying? So when you were renting a tractor, you were doing local delivery in
Yeah.
Texas. Were you
Yes,
renting?
sir.
Were you renting a trailer as well?
No, you don't have to rent the trailer. You use rooms to go. You use rooms to go trailer.
Okay. All right. So when you came back home, you were renting this tractor. You were contracting with Southeast then as well.
Yes, sir.
All right. So boom. Finally, we getting down to it. Jesus, man, y'all saw you had to say at the beginning.
Unless I'm
I,
trying. I don't know. I'm trying to
I,
figure it out what you're asking. So I'm sorry. I apologize. Well, I'm not sorry, but I definitely apologize.
it's all good, big dog. So you came off the road. You stopped being a company driver. You look for a local opportunity. You saw rooms to go or Southeast Independent Delivery. You saw it on probably Indeed opportunity.
Right. Right.
Now, with the tractor, what was the scope of the job? You picking up furniture from one terminal, bringing it to another
People's
warehouse?
houses. No, people bring it to people's houses.
So you was doing final mile delivery in a semi truck?
Right.
Okay, stop. Was this part of the requirements, or this is just something that you wanted to do because you had a CDL? So you said, "I just go get a semi truck and do it."
Well, no, that's the requirement. It's like that's what you do every day. We deliver furniture to people's houses every day.
No, I get that. I get that. Follow me. Listen to me. Listen to me. When you applied for the position at Southeast Independent Delivery Services,
Right.
and they say, okay, we want owner operators, you got to get your own vehicle. My question to you is, did they require you? Did they say we need you to onboard a tractor and a trailer? They provided the trailer, right?
Your apartment trailer.
And they expected you to do how many deliveries were you doing in this trailer? Was it a 53? The full trailer?
No, it's like it's like a little. It's like a little longer. It's like a little long. I mean, it's not. It's not. I mean, it's a
Longer?
little longer than a 26 foot. No, listen to me. It's not. It's a little longer than a 26 foot trailer. So I would give it. I would. It would be. It's like a moving. It's like a moving. However long the trailer is for the moving trucks. That's how long it was. It
Because here's
was.
the thing. I'm keeping it a buck with you. I've never, and I could be ignorant. I'm just keeping it a buck. I've never known or seen or known a tractor trailer to do a full local route final mile delivery.
Right. Well, they do them every day. They do them every day.
Okay. So maybe down there. You rule. I'm in a big city, so that's damn near like you not finna do that here. All right. So you transition out of that. into a 26-foot box truck. But you were renting that tractor
Correct.
from Penske, right? And what were you
Correct.
paying for that? What were you paying for that?
Um, sometimes like it depends on how many miles I did. But how you doing, man? It depends on how many miles I did, but for the most part, it was between like 900. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, like 900, sometimes 1,000.
And were your rates similar to what you're getting now? That's 1,500 to 2,500.
No, they were a little more. They was more. I was getting more for sure.
Was it profitable?
Not to me because, like I said, I was paying fees on a vehicle that I didn't even own. I mean, like not fees, but like sometimes, like I remember like one time just from off of the tree rub, and I had to pay for another paint job on one side of the truck. So I was like, I'm not cool on that.
What did they charge you for that, big dog?
Damn near my whole damn settlement.
All right, so you go down to a 26-foot box truck,
Right.
right? So you're still operating at a loss. You've been operating at a loss for some years now, right? All right, so
I mean, I'm floating. I'm not, I'm not above water, but I'm definitely floating.
bro, it's not enough room there for you to float.
Yeah, ain't no room. Ain't no
Based on
room.
what you
This
told me, you
making it
drowning.
work.
Based
I'm making
on
it. Oh,
what
you
you
damn.
told,
Hey, you right about that. I'm definitely
hey,
drowning.
based on what you told me, you've been dead in the water. You just been reincarnated, like you like a water ghost or something. You just hey, you
I
you
make.
just you
Yeah,
just hey you just yeah. That's why I played that back again at the beginning because you keep coming back again. You dig what I'm saying? So here's the thing, big dog. I'm just going to keep it a buck with
please.
you, man. Use your CDL, bro. Go get you a job, build your money up, get your truck fixed. Here's something else I want to give you. I could see why you're having a hard time in business. I think, and I'm not going to say it online. I'm not going to go into too much details, but some of the back end stuff that you need to do as far as the understanding what you're investing in and not just understand what you're investing in, actually understanding and comprehending and reading contracts and understanding contracts and knowing what you're being paid, contracts, rates, understanding losses, understanding when it's time to move on, comprehend like business wise, you have a lot of
I
educating
don't got no
yourself to
business.
do.
Yeah, I
So
don't got
this
no
is
no
and
business or no
listen,
business for it.
and listen, I'm being very listen. Like I could really, like, it's a bunch of buttons I got here. I got new buttons that I ain't used yet.
Man,
I
listen,
got
I'm
some.
not scared of them
But
buttons,
hold on,
man. Go
no,
ahead,
no, no,
give
no,
it
no,
to
no.
me, man.
Listen to me, nah, because this is different. This is a different one. If I did that with basically what I'm getting from you, I'd be bogus. Because it's some different stuff with you. So this is what I'm saying. You need to sit down. I'm trying to get because I don't want to like I don't want to be like I want to be politically correct. You know what I'm saying? So man, like how do I say this? Like,
Man, put it out there, man. I'm listening to you.
nah, I'd be bogus. I'd be bogus. I'm not a bad person, bro. I'm not a bad person.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? So
yeah.
some things require satire and jokes for the entertainment purposes. Some things don't. This is not one of the ones that don't. I'm not like I got morals. Like my OG raised me right. You know what I'm saying? So here's what I would say. I think when it comes to business, you got a lot of educating that you need to do. I don't think you fully understand business. I think you're just running.
Right.
I don't think you're really comprehending or really understanding what it is you even like every single day. You just doing some shit. You don't even know what you're doing. You don't know what you're making. You don't understand contracts. You don't understand rates. You don't understand scope and what you should be getting paid for the scope. You don't understand, like you don't even know what you like. You just don't know, bro. And that's just
Right.
not
Right. Right.
good. That's just not good, bro. Like the like I don't really know how to put it the way I want. Like if me and you was more private, personal having this conversation, I could pull you to the side and really kick it with you. But I got an audience that I'm thinking like, so I'm trying to say it in a way where, because I don't, I think you need to, I'm gonna tell you this. I think with what you're doing right now, it's not gonna be in your, I think if you continue to do it, it's not gonna be in your best interest, bro. It's not.
Right.
And even if you were running your truck, it's not going to be in your best interest. Now, you said you want to continue to put food on the table, but you're not putting food on the table. You're taking food off the table and putting it into Southeast Independent Delivery Service. This is not worth your while. Either way, whether you're renting or whether you're utilizing your own equipment, it's not worth it. $1,500 to $2,500, $1,500, either that range, final amount, no. You want to at least be seeing 35 on the low end.
Right.
All right. So I'm telling you it's not worth it because it's not, bro. Take your CDL, go get you a job, bro.
For sure.
Hold on. Listen to me. Save your money up. And then if you want to go get your truck fixed and get the insurance and things like that, then do it. If you've been doing this for 3 years and you don't have the capital to even go insure your truck, that should be an indicator that something ain't right. You said you married, you got kids, right?
Yeah.
Bro, you gotta come on, bro. You can't like you experimenting with this shit, and this experiment is over with, bro. All right. Second of all, the shit that you see on the internet because you said that is what led you here. Stop. Don't believe most of this shit. Most of this shit that you see on the internet, as far as this box truck shit, is fool. I forgot you ain't from the crib. Fugazi. All right. It's fabricated to put you in the position that you in now. And hopefully where you're hearing it from, you come back and spend some money with them so that they can put you in that position. Right. You trying to hold on to something, waiting for this pot at the end of the rainbow. I can think that's what you waiting. Like if I hold on long enough, it's going to be a breakthrough. Is that what you probably be thinking? If I continue on, something going to work out for me. And is that what you be thinking in your head?
Right.
Because you've been
I just,
going, you've been going a long time, and this is come on, bro. You said what?
no, I mean, I just put to be honest, like I just try to educate myself on what I have time to put in my head. I mean, I really, this is listening to you and other people like that. This is what I do all day long. Just try to study on
Bro,
how to
who you
improve my
listen
situation.
who you listening to? You can't be listening to me, bro. You can't be listening to me. Who you listening to? Go ahead. Let's who you listening to, big dog? Who you
I'm
listening to?
finna,
Nah, who you
that's
nah, 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 nah. I've been talking to you for an hour.
Hey,
Who
so
you been listening
listen
to,
though.
big dog?
You got some 1-on-1 sessions where we could do or something, man.
Nah. I don't got
Because
no
if you got
one-on-one
better answers,
sessions.
I'm with that.
Bro, I don't got
Because right now, I mean, because like I said, I mean, it's different ones on YouTube. Like we went to
you went
me and my wife we did the what was it called, the box truck king.
What
Tried him. We tried to listen to him. Different people like that.
box
Just trying
truck
stuff.
king? Wait, what's his name? Box
Yeah.
truck king? You say you went there? What, you went to a seminar or
No, we
something?
didn't. I mean, we paid for this. We paid for the session and things like that on how to dispatch and how to do your own thing, how to start your own trucking business.
Box truck king?
Yeah, so with him and his wife is on there. I want to say box truck couple.
Box truck couple. And what did you get out of that?
Um, basically the stuff I had already. I mean, yeah, basically stuff I had already knew. You know what I'm saying? I knew just from bumping my head a few times. I knew it. So I was like I felt that. I felt that. It was a good education for my wife. You know what I'm saying? But it was definitely not. I mean, definitely it didn't help me. It didn't help me none or nothing like that. But she learned some.
Why are you getting dispatching if you doing final mile? See, this is what I'm
Well,
saying,
because
bro.
I was trying to get up out of. I was trying to get up out of this. I was trying to get up out of this situation. I've been trying to get
But
up
but
out of
but
this
but but
situation.
but here but see, here's the thing. You just doing shit. You said you came off the road to be at home. So why are you searching for dispatching?
Well,
Why do you need somebody?
because I see because where I'm at in Central Texas, I said there's no way there can't be no money right here in the middle of Texas because I see it's semi trucks everywhere, semi trucks, box trucks everywhere I'm at. You know what I'm saying? Everywhere, right here in the middle of Texas. That's all it is a bunch of them. So I'm like, okay, well, how are these guys getting this thing going on, whatever? And most of them don't want to give you, like, I can't say they don't want to give you that information, but I talk to everybody. I try my best to talk to everybody. So,
Bro, listen to me. Listen to me. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you now. Don't take
hmm
this the wrong way. As far as your business acumen and just your comprehension and understanding, I just don't think it's there, bro. I think, just off having this conversation with you for the past hour, just some simple things. Oh, bro, listen. Do me a favor, big dog. I'm saying this from the bottom of my heart, bro. And I'm being like real cool. Man, dog, stop letting like you operating at a loss. 1,500, that ain't gonna cut it. You spending more than that. You see what I'm saying? Bro, go work a job, bro, with your CDL. Be a company driver. Educate yourself on business. Forget box trucking. Just business. Read business. Listen to lectures. Stop looking for answers and just start looking for education. See, you're not even comprehending. You listen to me, big dog.
no, I'm listening to you. I'm trying. I got a. I'm listening to you for sure. You got my full attention. Look, I'm definitely gonna do that because that's. Look, I'm finna go. As soon as this stuff realize out, I'm definitely finna put myself in a bit and put myself in a better position where I'm learning my situation. I'm gonna use my CDL, give me a regular job, save up my bread. You know what I'm saying, and fix on my truck as when the money starts getting better and flowing. But you know,
Bro,
right now I'm just
the
listening to you.
money the money is fine, bro. Here's the thing. I just don't bro. God help me, Lord. Where you originally from, big dog?
From Las Vegas.
What's your do you have any higher education? College?
Yeah, I got a little bit of college and some general contracting for construction.
What'd you do? Like did you finish your associates?
No, I
What
didn't
class?
finish.
All right, so here's the thing, bro. I think you need to just educate yourself, bro. Just keep educating
Right.
yourself on business. I just don't think you comprehend things very well. I don't it's just certain little things that I would expect even a novice to do in business. One of them, knowing what they're getting paid. All right. Especially for the length of the time period that you've been doing this without an understanding. Like something's got to click. Like, man, I need to know what I'm getting paid. You know, also like continuously operating at a loss for week after week after week after week after week after week without just something popping in your brain like, bro, I gotta figure something out, something I'm doing wrong, or I gotta transition out of this into something else. I got a wife, I got kids. Why are you holding on to this? And just some other things that came up in the conversation that I don't want to revisit. You know what I'm saying? I just think you just probably need to exit out of this. I think you need to go work for a company utilizing your CDL. I think you need to let them delegate to you what needs to be done. I think while you're there, I think you need to pay attention to the operation, get paid, but also use the time that you're working for this trucking company to educate yourself hands on as well while you're educating yourself behind the scenes, consuming information from um, podcasts, listen to me, listen to other people, reading, studying business. Um, take some of that money that you're getting there, and then invest that into getting your truck up and operational, and then maybe try it again later. Right now, brother, I just don't think business is for you. I think your acumen, I think, is slightly below as far as your business acumen is concerned, what I would expect for a novice, right? I expect for a novice business acumen to not be of a person who's tenured or experienced, and I think yours is a little bit lower than a novice. So I think you need to come up some, which is going to be educating yourself. I think you need to become more of a shrewd business person. I think you need to become more of a proactive business person. I think you're too complacent. 3 years is a long time, bro. You frozen or are you there?
No, I'm here. I'm listening. You got my full attention, man. I'm not trying to interrupt you. That's the thing.
What has your wife said about this, bro?
Actually, like we like she's proud. She's proud that I'm actually stepping out and doing something different. You know what I'm saying? Than what I used to do. You know what I'm saying? So it's
Well, let me ask you this: Did she see the? Well, you probably don't have a P&L, right? You know what a P&L is?
profit and loss statement.
Do you do any books? You don't do no accounting. So does she ask you about the finances for the business?
No, not really.
All right, bro. Yeah, man.
I get what you're
I mean,
saying, though. I get what you're saying, though. I understand what you're
the
saying.
decision is up to you, bro. But if you was my brother, if you was my best friend, I would tell him the same thing, bro. It's no it's, you've been doing this too long. There's no benefit in it for you. It's not worth it, bro. You're gonna continue to take the losses that you've been taking for the past couple of years. You've been taking them for too many years, too long, as it is. So
Go.
I'm sorry. That's the best advice I can give you, bro. Like
No,
I
I
wouldn't.
appreciate it. I
I
appreciate it.
I
That's I
I
mean
would
I, I mean that
I
raw
would
honesty. That's what I
I
thought.
would try to exit out of that as soon as possible. And while you're exiting, I'll be looking for a CDL job. Find a local CDL job. You just need revenue coming in, big dog. You need revenue coming in. You don't have revenue coming in, so you need revenue coming in, and then you know take care of your family, get that truck fixed, and then we can revisit this. You might want to stay where you're at and just sell the truck. But I think you need to get the revenue in, get the truck fixed, and then maybe come back, and then maybe we can revisit this. Continue to educate yourself. Stop being misled with, some of this shit that you see on the internet.
Right.
I'm not the type of person that's gonna come and tell you you can do it and just do it, and because people that tell you that shit, when you in a situation like you in now, is they gonna send you that wire? Are they gonna send you that Zelle? You see what I'm saying? It's easy to spend money, but see, I listen to the full scope of the things, and I give I give people advice based on the shit. I'm not going to tell you, bro. I'm telling you, with what you got going on, it ain't worth it, big dog. It ain't me
Right.
being negative. I really don't care. I don't have any vested interest in your family. I don't got no vested interest in your business. But I'm not going to tell nobody that's been taking a loss for 3 years to keep taking a loss. And based off the
Right.
conversation we had, if we could talk personally, privately, I'm going to have another way I would tell you this shit. I'm just not going to do it right here.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's things I picked up on the conversation that, I kind of know why you're in this situation. But I'm just not going to I'll be bogus to do that. This ain't one of the moments where I'm going to, nah, bro.
All right.
So, hey, I see everybody in the back room. Y'all got to be patient. You can watch the show from the green room. I'm going to bring you up in the order. So if you drop down, you're going to lose your spot. And then it's people waiting. So, Jarice, you next. You just got to be tight. MD, you after Jarice. Is Jarice next? And then,
Hey, bro, you
MD
stay tight,
can.
man. I'm listening to you though.
All right. So you need anything else from me?
No, what I was, that was my. I mean, we got a little personal, whatever. But I wanted to find out. Was you using? I mean, are you? Do you recommend any of those courier apps around the area, around the Central Texas?
Yes, people use them. We didn't get personal. I needed the information to be able to give you the information you needed, bro.
All right, well, yeah, we passed that part, but I'm okay. Well, you answered my question. I appreciate that. All right.
So, but hold on, before we go, what you gonna do?
Oh, I'm finna use my CDL.
So, what you gonna tell South End, whatever their name is?
What do you mean? What I'm gonna tell him? Give him my. I'm not gonna give him a 2 week notice now, but I'm definitely gonna give him a 2 week notice in the future.
Oh, so you gonna keep doing it, huh?
I mean, I can't. I gotta put some money. I can't just. You gotta. I gotta have a. You gotta have something to back, like a job
What
coming before you
what
leave.
money,
You
bro?
can't just leave with nothing.
Here's the thing. What money? You're
I'm
telling me
making
you
some
take.
money.
All right, all right. Let me ask you this before we go. What do you think you actually put in your pocket? And be honest and be fair. What do you honestly think you taking home after doing all this heavy lifting for 5 days? What do you think you taking home, bro? A week after you pay off everything. Seriously.
Yeah. All right, bro. I get what you're saying, man. Go ahead.
No,
Go.
no,
I get
no,
what you're
no,
saying.
no, 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 no.
Nah,
Because when
cause
I just
listen to me, because like I see what you're doing, and I appreciate it. You know what I'm saying? That's the reason why I call for the especially the direct honesty. You know what I'm saying? But like I'm definitely not finna get in my into all the pays and everything because it's not gonna match up with what we're talking about. So I just like I said, I
what you
appreciate what you're doing. You know what I'm
what you
saying?
mean it's not going
And
what you mean it's not going to
it
match
don't
up?
matter. It don't matter. It don't matter. It's just I'm just saying I appreciate it, and I keep watching your show, keep watching your channel, man, and keep doing it, keep doing your thing, bro.
See, man, I don't like the way this ending, bro. I don't like it.
Nah, you good. You good with me. I promise. Yeah, you promise.
No, no,
I'm still subscribed
I
to you,
know,
bro.
I know I'm good, but see, you're proving my point, and this is why I don't understand why continuously do it. Because the answer that you're going to give me is going to make me ask you, well, why continue to do it? But I'm gonna let you go, bro, because I see it's touching. It's getting to a point where I don't want it to get to, and I don't. I
Nah,
wish,
you
I
good
wish,
with me, man.
I wish I, could talk to you offline. I mean, if you want to join the Discord and hit me on a private call, you can. But
You say the Discord?
yeah, hit me in the Discord.
All right. Well, you take care of yourself, brother.
All right, man. Be safe out there.
Yes, sir.
All right.